One of the things I love the most about this job and work in here, I am living in terrible conditions just so that I can make the freaking money. Like, I just want to bawl my eyes out, and I've had such lousy thoughts. Good morning, cookies. It is Monday, 5:19. I woke up at 4:55. It's quite okay. I like the peace and quiet when I wake up this early, and hopefully for once I can do a meditation in peace. My friend has officially become my landlord. There were some fake negotiations that happened about how much my rent should be, and I am not pissed about it because I just let it go. I'm just like, okay, this friendship is over, and because I consider the friendship over, I'm not worrying anymore. But now that it is 5:20, Monday, 20th of October, I think I can do some meditation in peace, and I'm considering going to work at 7. I'm not sure, because then potentially I could finish work a bit earlier today. We shall see. Meditation done. It was not very successful. I felt my heart racing the whole time. It's probably because I was waiting for the noises from the kitchen that usually start when I meditate. On Saturday she woke me up at 5:34, I think, and yesterday Sunday at 6 something. Yesterday I did not mind because I wanted to be at the gym by 7:30 anyway. I just rewatched the footage, cookies, and my pyjama pants are falling. So you see my underwear. My skin is so freaking dry, cookies. Well, actually, my toner has had time to sink in because I had been laughing for a moment now, seeing what happened with my pyjama pants. So I guess I can already start doing more of the skincare. See, cookies, this is what I have to endure. And it is exactly 6 a.m. Sometimes it starts at 5:30, sometimes when she arrives from wherever at like 1 or 2 a.m. That is what is happening. I really don't like the word triggering because people overuse it nowadays and they use it for anything and everything. I like precise words, but in this case, it is very triggering for me. I hate those sounds. Those kinds of sounds are the precursor sounds of when I was young and bad things would happen at home. So for me, it's super triggering early in the morning or in the middle of the night or when it's dark outside. And of course, I have tried to communicate, cookies. I'm not assuming people can read minds.
Lift up and down a little bit. That's totally fine. You can make big circles or small circles. Just see what feels good for your body. Take the hands to the backs of the thighs and just kick the legs up towards the ceiling. They might not go very straight.
I miscalculated the amount of breakfast that I put in the pan to heat because I was stressed out in the kitchen. So this is not going to be enough. It is lentils with black kale, carrots, mushrooms, potatoes, and those dried out 100% tofu that make fake meat. It's quite good actually. This is the EAA from my workout yesterday. I did not finish it and I don't want to waste EAA powder because it's expensive. And then I have a protein shake to make up for the amount of food that I miscalculated. It is 7:30. This is my work phone and I have a lot of emails and I think I'm going to start working while waiting for my face cream to sink in before I can use my sunscreen. I wanted to go to work now-ish, but the timing with the regional train is really off. So I was like, okay, whatever, let me just start working, replying to emails, checking a few things, writing to my colleagues, and then continue getting ready and get to work. I just got back from work 15 seconds ago, and this is the outfit of the day. It is Monday, and on Mondays, I usually like wearing a blazer. This blazer is cotton and linen blend, and the lining is cotton, I think. It's a gift from my aunt for my birthday. And then this top here is silk and wool, I think 50-50. This is of course 100% cotton, and my socks are either pure wool or wool cashmere, something like that. So this is the outfit. It's quite simple, but I like it. I have the pearl earrings that I received from Sebastian. And then a simple makeup. I don't even have mascara or anything. My face is super dry at the moment. This is the outfit. I'm actually a bit stressed, Cookies, because my flatmate is sick. She works at a preschool or kindergarten. All of her colleagues are sick since last week, and they had to close the school last Friday because there is some virus or bacteria that is going around, and the kids are puking and pooping themselves, and her colleagues too. And she's sneezing and coughing and touching everything in the apartment, including around my things. And apparently, this thing is very contagious and it's really bad. Even my colleagues, when I told them, they're like, Erie, do not come near us. And if you even feel slightly sick, do not come to work from home. And I said, yes, of course. I will not endanger the people on the train and at work. I work at a freaking hospital. So, of course, I will not do that to my colleagues. I'm just super irritated at work. If you are sick, the first day they do not pay you, so you lose 1 day of salary. It's Karensdag here in Sweden. I'm not actually sure why it exists. It makes no sense to me at all, because then the first day that you are sick, you don't get paid, and I think the second day you get 80%, and then it goes down. I can't afford to not be paid because I am living in terrible conditions just so that I can make the freaking money. So I'm not going to get sick and I'm doing my freaking best. I don't know if you can tell, but I have those deep marks on my cheeks from my 3 layers FFP3 mask that I buy super expensive. I think they're, I don't know, 4 euros per piece or something like that. So they're thicker than the usual 2 layer masks. And I wear them all the time on public transportations and in crowds so that I don't get sick. I take my vitamins, I take everything that I have to take. I'm very careful. If she makes me sick, then I will lose 1 full day of pay. And if I don't work the second day, then I would lose 20% of that second day. And I have a lot of work. Today I was assigned a lot more work. I am the only person in the sustainability team who's working 100%, so full time, which is fine in itself. But if I start getting sick, I will not make my deadlines, and this is not okay. I don't like it for myself personally, and also professionally. I don't like it. Good morning, Cookies. It is 5:43. I woke up at 5:38. I had insomnia last night, so I was awake from 3 to 4:30, something like that. So now it is time to get ready and quickly go to the gym before heading to work. Gym outfit of the day. Of course, I'm going to have this because like this I will just freeze. But I have to say, cookies, that one of the advantages of rationing my food to save money and also cooking less, because I hate being in the kitchen with someone else and I always feel like I'm being disturbed, so I stay there as little as possible, which means I cook and eat as little as possible, is that I am getting quite shredded. I had no plans on, having more visible muscles. I just want my muscles to be strong. I don't care if they're covered by a little bit of fat, but now I think the fat is melting quite quickly. So my stomach has never been as flat as at the moment. And yeah. And I'm not even being sarcastic. I guess eating less makes you leaner. Ta-da! Quote of the century. Okay, cookies, I was going out to the gym and I have to rush actually because I don't want to be late for work. But Spotify suggested me this song called Sexify. And I usually click because I'm like, oh, why not? Whatever. And the lyrics are so cringe. It's like, I mean, look at it. Look at this guy. What kind of lyrics do you expect from this? So I I was walking out this door and just I had to stop and be like, what am I listening to? I have not made it the whole song. I think I'm at 1/4 of the song, but yeah. Okay, now I really have to rush to the gym. I just got back from work and this is the outfit of the day. It is a little bit all over the place, but I was rushing this morning. I was not late for work, which is good. We never want to be late. That's not professional. But had I filmed for you, or had I actually put on my earrings and whatnot, I would have gotten late. This pullover is a gift from Sebastian from last year. It was around Christmas time, but it was mostly because I was sad, so it was not officially a Christmas present. And it is 100% wool. And then underneath, I have this pink top that you have seen 1,000 times, which is 100% cotton. And then my trousers that you have also seen 1,000 times, 100% cotton. And then my socks that are 100% wool, and I don't have any jewelry. I did not really have time to do my face. I just have a bit of blush that has disappeared because I wear this super thick, super tight mask because I can't afford to get sick. Did not do my eyebrows, no concealer, no earrings. One thing I can start doing today is put these in water. It is Vreta Gulert, so it's supposed to be, I think, some type of yellow peas. I saw this on this Swedish website. It's a tiny small business that sells organic Swedish grown legumes, so these and beans and then other organic things. So of course I want to support a Swedish store and a small business. It's very high in protein and very high in fiber, lower in carbs, but I'm not entirely sure how to, to use it. But at least here it says to put it in water between 18 to 24 hours. So I shall do that. I never really know with peas because every time I do peas, I've only done dried green peas. They cook either after 2 hours or after 10 minutes, so I am not sure. But I really love when I find new types of legumes like this. I have tried a lot of types of lentils and beans, and it is so much freaking fun. And this is not any kind of propaganda for like veganism or anything, but I find it super exciting that for legumes you have so many freaking kinds, and you have beans actually that you cannot find outside of Madagascar that I miss a lot. For example, one that is called Voansbourg, it's super round. You have beans that you can find in Asia, in South America, in Africa, natively Americans. Like, you have so many types, and it's so much more interesting than meat, because meat you generally have chicken, chicken and pork and beef and turkey, duck, while just for lentils you have hundreds of types of lentils. For beans, same. So let's see what I can do with this stuff.
Underneath your butt, grab that, and then take your head up and over to that left side as well, feeling that stretch. Sweep that left arm up and over into a side bend. Now really reach the fingers away from you.
I wanted to do some schoolwork and then finish, or at least partially finish, the video for you cookies, and also potentially work on my website. But I am exhausted in the head and also feel a bit tired in my body. And it's the kind of double exhaustion, both from the mind and the body, that usually gets me sick. I probably have said this many times in this vlog so far, but I can't afford to get sick. So I'm going to play Metaphor ReFantazio. I have not played in, I don't know, 4 days now. It is 8 p.m. now. So I'm going to play half an hour and then get ready for bed. So I'm asleep by 21:15. Good morning, cookies. Today is Wednesday. I just arrived at work. So you're at work with me. And this is how I am the whole way, commuting and changing from the regional train to the bus and then walking. The thing is, I could remove the mask for the last stretch when I walk to work, but I noticed that if I remove it while I wear my headphones fall, and that is disgusting. Then I have to double clean them with alcohol and stuff, and then no, it's just easiest for me to keep the mask all the way through until I'm here in the office. Ooh. And then of course I have to rearrange my hair and whatnot, and you can see that I have the mask super tight, so you can see those streaks. It really doesn't look good, and it always looks like I just woke up. So I explained to my colleagues that no, these are not marks from the pillowcase, it is from my super tight mask, and I'm also scared it's going to give me wrinkles there, which is annoying. But I'm hoping that because it's only for a couple of months, it would not leave forever traces on my face. And I'd rather have those now than get sick, because again, I can't afford to get sick. A little desk setup tour. My phone, my old secondhand iPhone 11 Pro hand spray, so for disinfection, and then a touchscreen wipe for disinfection. My work headset that I have also disinfected. My work computer, the two screens. I love having two screens for work. From my colleague, she gave me chocolate as well at the same time, and I will never remove it until I leave because it's so sweet and it makes me happy. The mouse and my work phone. It is pretty simple, but I clean it every day, so I don't want a lot of junk because then it's more junk to clean. I just went downstairs to pick up some water, and of course, I always have my water on my desk and my glasses. These are my blue light filter glasses. My screens are all set to night light, even my private one. So, all of the screens that I use, because it's better for your eyes and it's better for your sleep and it doesn't give me migraines. And today I am so excited, cookies. I am so excited. I have a meeting in about 22 minutes. That is one of the things I love the most. The most about this job and work in here. Basically, I will receive a masterclass course from the colleagues at the headquarters. Well, one colleague who is a chemicals and chemistry specialist. She has more than 25 years of experience, so she's one of the best in the region, if not one of the best in Sweden, because I need to do chemical stuff and dangerous signs, all those different signs, and then the REACH European chemicals directory thingy, basically things with chemistry and chemicals and what's forbidden and which words to use and updates on laws and rules and regulations. I will get almost 2 hours of that soon, and I love that kind of stuff. I know for some people it might be really boring to sit and learn stuff, but you cookies know that I love learning stuff, especially this kind of stuff. It's so useful. I think if I were to buy it in private, it would be thousands of crowns, if not like 20, 30, 40 thousands of crowns, because the person who's going to do it is super experienced. And this is very useful knowledge. Now I'm probably rumbling, but I'm just super excited. I can't wait for this meeting. Oh, I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy and grateful that this job allows me to learn stuff like that. Of course, it's not just like, oh, Erie, now you know the stuff. They're teaching us the stuff so we can actually do the job too. So I'm not just sitting there eating popcorn and being like, oh, this is so cool. I will be taking notes and thinking about how I will use it practically here for work. And I already know that probably in January, February, I'll have a lot to do with that. I learned so much as an intern, and now I learn so much as an employee all the time. It's never boring. It's never boring. And it really feels like it's doing something for the environment. It feels so good. Exciting, Louise. Exciting. Oh, this is fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Cookies, my life is a freaking movie, and I might have some dark bread on my lips or between my teeth. I'm just so freaking hungry, and here at work, we get these delivered every Monday, and then we put them in the freezer to enjoy for later. The meeting that I was so looking forward to. I logged in on Teams 3 minutes before the meeting. The chemicals expert, she was like, Erie, I made a mistake. I sent a Teams link, but it's on location. I was like, what? And the thing is, the headquarters are that way. I mean, you don't know where I am, but it's about 10-15 minutes walking. So I was like, oh, freak me. So she said, can you come? And I said, yes, I guess I'm going to run there. So I was running down the stairs here and almost breaking my freaking neck. And then right outside, there's this old man with a walker that was super, super, super old. He could barely talk. He was struggling to get over the edge of the sidewalk, and it's been raining, and he was on the downside of the hill. So I was passing him by, and I was like, And I went back, and then I was like waiting until he managed to get down the edge, and it was so slow. I was like, it was so slow, and I was asking him like, "Shall I carry you? Shall I take you down?" He was like, "I don't move my age." I was like, "Okay." And then when he was finally down, I started to sprint. So I arrived about 10-15 minutes late, and I was so upset because I'm never late for any meetings. But to be fair, it's not my fault that it was not written, it was on location, and it was a Teams link. We were supposed to be more people. One lady already knew it was on location, and I could run because it's here in the same city, but I know there is someone else, a few other people who thought it was Teams, and so they could not make it because they are either at their offices, which are further away, or at home. It was amazing to just be the two of us because I could ask a lot of questions. I will always ask questions, especially if it's pertinent to my work, and it has given me an idea of some work I really would like to start, like a project here. I already have a lot of work, so I'm not sure it's a smart idea to try to take on a new project, but it's something that would do so much good, cookies, for the people working here, for the patients, for animals and nature and the air and water and the environment. I don't want to get burnt out, and I don't want to add way too much to my plate, but I would really like to do something. So I need to think. But let's just say that I confirmed with our chemicals experts that perfume stuff is unnecessary in most cases. You don't need perfume stuff to wash your clothes, to wash your hands, to wash your dishes and stuff like that. It's just unnecessary, and I've been saying it for years now. And I mean, there's proof online, there are studies and research and things like that, but people just don't want to listen. They're like, oh, why would it be sold? So now you might kind of guess what I am thinking about as a project. But of course, I will have to finish my main tasks, and any extra project is on you. And the thing is, if you start a project, then it's kind of good to finish it. I would really like to do it. I just don't know if I have the time. That is the issue. I know I could get help from our chemicals expert and I could get a bit of help from my colleagues, of course, if they have time. But it's my own time because I would like to do it right. And I had such a headache as well. Anyway, I need to really call my colleague on Teams. She has not been picking up now for the last 20 minutes to talk about something else. Two of my big works before December. So this is why I'm like, I don't know if I can take on more work. I want to, but also I need to be reasonable. I just have my 8 hours a day, and of course I can do overtime, which I tend to do, but I don't want to do too much overtime. Like, I don't want my overtime to suddenly be, oh, you worked 30 extra hours this month. It's not healthy, and I don't think my boss will like that either. So okay, I shall continue now, cookies. This is technically my lunch break. Thursday, cookies. It is 6 a.m. I am pissed. I had insomnia in the night, so I woke up at 4:40. I had to drink water. I was super dehydrated. Today I'm working from home. We are actually allowed to work from home apart from Mondays, but I'm always at the office apart from when I do laundry or something. So I was thinking, okay, I'm going to work from home today, so it's okay if I have insomnia and I will just sleep a bit later. A bit later to me means to 6:45, so it's not like that long, but it's what I need to feel like okay, because I think I woke up. Like when you're super tired when you wake up. And of course, she freaking woke me up, and I'm wearing these. So these are earplugs, silicone, and on top of that, I'm wearing these, my noise cancelling headphones, and I had meditation. So can you believe how freaking loud you have to be to wake someone up that has both earplugs and some loud freaking meditation inside some noise cancelling headphones? Good morning, cookies. Today we're at the office. I have a meeting in about 9 minutes. So I'm just using some wipes on my phone and then on my computer and screens, because we don't want to get sick. I was talking with my colleague at the reception. I can't afford to get sick. All right, should be okay. Actually want to sit for my meeting. I also went to pick up some water, so I am set. God morgon! Eller, vänta. Hör du mig? Fast jag hör inte er nu. Okej, nu. Okej, hej nu. Hej, vi träffades ju förra veckan. Ja. Ja, så jag är Iri, det vet du. Ja, och ja, jag jobbar med och jag kommer ihåg att din pluggar hållbarhet, eller hur? Ja. One meeting down, another one to go, and then another one in the afternoon. Right now, I need to go do some risk analysis and I need to interview some people about the chemicals. Remember, a few days ago, I don't even remember which day anymore because it's Friday and I am tired. I went to this masterclass about chemicals thingy that I was so excited about. Now I actually already have to put that stuff into practice and go do some risk analysis throughout the building and interview a few different people about it, make reports. The reports will take a really, really, really long time, but it's kind of exciting. I hope I manage to use the software properly. Theoretically, I know how to use it and I am quite good with softwares and I have used it before for chemicals, but not for risk analysis. And that's why I want to do it. This is actually something that I suggested to the team because I realized it would be good if I knew exactly how to do it properly so that I can help everyone else. So I am the first doing it now in the team. I'm quite excited. I have to go and carry my computer everywhere. I promised my colleague who quit that I would take care of his plants. And of course, I forgot to film cookies, but I removed the dead leaves on both of the plants. There's two of them. There's also one here, this one here. And so now I just need to water them. Okay, then it should be fine. I noticed that this one was starting to look a little bit sad, and I was like, oh no, when did I last water it? I think a week ago. It's some kind of cactus, so it should still be okay, but it's good to water the plants. Lunch break. I ate my lunch very fast, so I have about 20 minutes left of my lunch break. I am upset. I am looking at my calendar for work next week and the week after. I usually try to plan, and also there are times when I have to have meetings with my colleagues and plan with them. And my landlord slash ex-friend is going to fake being sick next week, so she's not going to work next week. Lying to her boss, basically, which means that I will not be able to sleep because she will be super loud. She will probably be partying even more than she usually does and will wake me up at midnight, 1, 2, or 3 for one. For two, I cannot work from home. I prefer working at the office anyway, just because I don't want to be there. But at least one day or 1.5 day, I like working from home so that I can do laundry because I have to book the communal laundry area, and so that I can cook a big batch of food as well because I need to cook once in the weekend and once during the week because I try to avoid her. If she's around when I cook, then it's all messy. She sprays some really stinky perfume or deo or something and then walks around the kitchen, and my food becomes stinky and she just stresses me out. And I always burn myself when I cook if she's around because she's just way too stressful, as in to be around. Like she has this really chaotic, weird energy. But the week after next week, I have meetings every single day, morning and afternoon, on location, and not even here at the office, but like different locations all over the city and potentially even in another city. So that week, I cannot at all work from home. So I can't do my laundry. So that means that both for next week and the week after, I can't really go to the gym. I probably can't do laundry. I probably can't sleep well, can't cook properly. And it's making me so upset now that I am planning. I have a meeting at 1 soon, so I don't want to be upset. But everyone around me here at work is getting sick. My landlord was sick last weekend in the weekend, and of course, she was coughing and sneezing all over the apartment. I cannot afford to get sick, and I cannot afford to have poor performance at work. But if I cannot relax at home, and if I cannot cook properly, and if I cannot sleep, there's a chance that my focus will go left and or that I will get sick or both. And it's making me so upset because I don't know what to do about it. I mean, it's not like I have a choice. I was thinking maybe I can sleep at a hotel one night, but it's so expensive. It would be like 3 days of pay for me. I can't afford that. I need to gather myself a little bit before my meeting soon because I'm very easily read. My colleague will definitely see that I am upset and I don't want to explain because she already saw my living conditions yesterday when I was working from home because she saw the background and she was horrified. She was like, "Oh no, it really sucks so much for you. If you want, I can ask all of my contacts if they have a place or something." I said, "That would be nice." I don't really complain about my private life to my colleagues because to me, it's irrelevant of my work. But she saw the background. She was like, "Is that where you live? But why don't the walls reach the ceiling?" And I explained to her, I don't want to be upset here at work because, again, I say it 1,000 times. I love my work. I love working with my colleagues. I, even when I get stressed and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of things to do. Like at the moment, I feel like I have a lot of work, maybe a little bit too much work. I'm still enjoying it and I still feel like I'm making a difference. There's nothing negative at all. I feel extremely lucky because this is really a dream job kind of situation. But I am scared that my health will be messed up and my performance will be messed up because of my living conditions. And I'm just so sad, Cookies, and tired. Like I just want to like bawl my eyes out and I've had such lousy thoughts. Anyway, I am going to prepare for my meeting. Maybe this is the end of this vlog. It sucks that it's the end of the vlog. I will show you soon how I chill, if I can chill, the happy things that I actually get to experience and do, and things that make me happy here, because I am desperately trying to find those like happy things, like playing video games once or twice a week or something. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I will see you, Cookies, very, very soon. Bye.